Good morning and welcome to Tennessee Valley This Morning. I'm your host, Kay Free, and we want to welcome Chris back again today. He's our co-host, and we're glad to be here, aren't we?
We sure are.
After all the rain on Monday?
Yes.
Tuesday mornings are good.
That's right, and plenty of rain.
I know, and we've had a wonderful weekend. The weather's warming up, which I'm sure you have noticed and enjoyed, and we have a great program for you today. So get a cup of coffee, sit back, and just listen, because we have a gentleman, we have a mother that has gone back to school, changing professions, and then we have our new distinguished young woman for 2014 of Cleveland. So we have a lot to look forward to.
We've got a lot to look, and a live audience again today.
I know, we have Rick Johnson, who is Equititle, and he's going to talk to you if you're getting ready to buy a house and maybe your first time or not for a long time. You kind of have questions about what a title company does, and we're going to answer some of those questions for you today. So that's where we are.
It's a big program.
I know.
Lots going on.
What are you doing? What'd you do this weekend?
Well, I think
I shouldn't ask.
Well, we were all with Distinguished Young Women program. It was this past weekend, and just a great show. They did a great job getting everything together. It was the theme of it this year was Bond, 50 years of Bond, and it really turned out nice. It really did. Everybody had a good time.
We'll get on to that subject a little bit later when we talk to our new distinguished young woman, Laura Kate Evans. And but today I think we need to talk about real estate a little bit, since that's what pays our bills and what buys our groceries. We should do that, right?
That's exactly right. Lots going on.
Well, there's some questions that we have asked quite a bit, and I thought one of them today I would just answer. I'm not an accountant, so don't put this down in stone, but you do have, if you have capital gains on your home and you're selling it, if you've lived in it as your personal residence for 2 years out of the last 5 years, you can have $250,000 for the husband or for the wife, or if it's jointly owned, each person, if you have, whichever has lived in it, or both, up to $500,000 if both of you have lived in it. So I thought maybe someone might enjoy hearing that if you're getting ready to sell, and especially people that want to downsize if they've lived in their home a long time, have a lot of equity in it, and they just don't like to pay taxes on all of that. And there is a rescue for you in that, because you can count off up to $500,000 for a couple. So now if you haven't lived in it, or you've rented it, or there may be some things there that would disqualify you. But usually if you've lived in as your personal residence for 2 out of 5 years, unless they have changed it as of January the 1st, and I don't know if they have or not. I haven't seen anything telling me that. But we do have people that ask that from time to time because they don't want to pay that tax. So if you're getting ready to, you want to downsize and get something smaller or without steps, or all on one floor, call Chris or me, and we'd be happy to help you and show you property that you could buy and live in comfortably. I had to do that. You know?
And right now is a great time with low interest rates. It's a great time to
buy.
It
is, and this is the time of year when people are buying. And if you have a house to list, I have some statistics here that I want to give you just a little bit, let you know where the market is here in Cleveland. And I think we've talked about it before, that the average house sale in Cleveland is around $140,000, somewhere in there. But as of January 1st of 2013 through today at noon, the homes priced in the price range of $100,000 to $150,000, 96 have sold.
Just since January.
Since January. In the $150,000 to $200,000, we have like 32 homes that have sold. When you get to $200,000 to $250,000, we had 30 homes that have sold. So when you say up to $250,000, we can sell fairly good. $250,000 to $300,000, only 10 have sold. And then when you go to $300,000 to $350,000, 7 have sold. Now let's go $350,000 to $400,000. 1 has sold. And we've had 1 to sell that's over $400,000 to $450,000. And so I thought that was interesting, and none have sold over $450,000 this year. Now they may have sold, but they haven't closed yet. These are closings that have already been bought and closed, and the people have the deed. And this is out of our MLS, and it's not maybe completely accurate if you go to the courthouse records, but this is just what I could pull up. And I put them all together residential. So some of them may be farms and some may be townhomes, but anyway, residential. But that just gives everybody an opportunity to see what is really selling. If your house is on the market and it's over $350,000 or $300,000, it's going to be there for a little while. So they don't sell real quickly. And
well, that's where pricing your home right comes into play.
Absolutely.
Make sure it's priced right.
If you have it priced correctly, it will probably sell. But the market sets the price of the house.
That's right.
We don't do it, but the market does. And that's how we come up with what we call a CMA, comparative market analysis. And
that's a big $10 word, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Sometimes I have to stop and think, what does CMA stand for? Because we just always call it CMA. But that's what we do. And if you have a house that you'd like to sell, or you want to buy a house, Chris, tell them how to get in contact with us.
Well, you can reach me at 423-961-8095. You can reach me on the web at www.chrisfreekw.com. Or you can reach Kay at 423-718-6967, or on the web at www.kfree.com. And reach us there. And you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter and all those good places there. We've got all kinds of good information.
Because I don't know how to do Twitter and
well, not Twitter, but on Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, but that's you can find us there, and that's all the latest information, new houses coming out, new information about going on in town. So.
Yeah, and you can go on Realtor.com, Zillow. There's a lot of them that our houses are on. There's like how many, 60-some websites?
At least 60 websites that
you can find a house on. And back when I first started real estate, you would take the people out and you'd find the houses for them and show them what you have, and you'd go look. Now they look on the internet, they find the houses, they call us and give us the MLS numbers and say, these are the homes we want to see. So technology is really playing a big part in our real estate business.
I think it's in the 90% start on the internet. That's
right.
Where over 90% of the people start on the internet looking, so that's where we try to focus marketing your homes at.
I know, and so just look us up and see what you can see. On our website, we have a lot of different things. We have some recipes. We'll have information about today's show.
Yeah, we have show notes after the show.
That's right.
Information of people that's been on the show. You can find out information about them or how to contact them. So it really is nice to find all that information on there.
I know, and we do have houses priced from $77,000. I don't get those sevens right. $77,000 to $649,000, and so we can find you a house in our listings within that price range. Also, we have commercial property listed.
Yes, we have some commercial properties listed, and if you're just looking for property, we have just property listed.
We have some great land. In fact, we just sold a 5-acre piece of property the other day, tract, and for someone to build a house in the city limits.
Yes.
How about that? You don't find that very often. But anyway, we are your real estate agents, and our number one goal is service, and we want to service you like we are your employer. We are your employee. You employ us, so you're the employer, we're the employee, and we work for you. And like I say, if you work for somebody, they can always fire you, so we better do a good job or you can fire us too.
That's right? That's right.
I know.
Do our best.
So we'll be right back with our first guest, Laura Kate, and just a moment, we're going to take a break right now.
Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, have built a firm offering quality legal services to the people and businesses of Southeast Tennessee. We have achieved expertise in all areas of law in order to represent our clients in a manner they need, deserve, and have come to expect. Logan Thompson, with 9 attorneys and an extensive and competent support staff, is available to provide representation in various legal areas, including family law, Social Security benefits, personal injury, criminal defense, workmen's compensation, as well as business and complex litigation matters. At Logan Thompson, we have been building a tradition of legal services for over 40 years. We have developed the finest legal services and are proficient in providing you with representation you can trust. Give us a call at 423-476-2251 to schedule your free consultation.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Valley this morning. We're here with Laura Kate Evans, and she's our Distinguished Young Woman for 2014. And we also have a live audience. I don't want to forget that. If y'all want to clap, let everybody know you're
And they came in to see her, not us, Chris.
Exactly. They come in to see her. So it's great to have you on the show, Laura.
It's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
And now, 2014 Distinguished Young Woman. Did you enjoy the program?
It was a blast. Getting to meet all the girls and hang out with Lori and Glenda and Miss what's her name?
Brenda.
Miss Brenda and Miss Hill.
I wasn't even back there. See, I know the name.
They were all so great. So it was a blast.
Well, great.
Well, and you had a few awards in your hands at the end of the program, right?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
You needed a cart, right?
I didn't know whether to hold them or to set them down. I just held them and kept holding them.
Well, you look good with them.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, isn't that nice? Who did you think would win the program?
I'd hoped for either Allie Beth or Abby Thomason or Natalie Calfee. They were all so well-rounded, and they really enjoyed it as much as I did. And you know, I mean, every girl there deserved to win. Honestly, we all worked so hard, but in my mind, that's who I had picked out, you know, silently to myself.
I know, you always do.
Mm-hmm.
You always
there's
do,
always,
and
yeah.
There's always a few that you think, you know, they probably won't win. Did you ever think you would win?
I didn't think
you
so.
Hoped.
Of course, I would love have, you know, I would always dreamed about this ever since I was little to have this opportunity. But no, I didn't think so. I thought my ACT was really low, and you know, there were girls with higher ACTs than me. So I didn't know. I didn't think it was possible. But
well, what I saw on stage when they gave the awards, because that's all I know is what everybody else sees, is that you were across the board good. You either won or was the second there. What do they call it?
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention in almost every category. So I thought she's consistent across the board. And a lot of times that's what wins it. Instead of being so strong in one or two, you were just, here I am right here, and just followed that line across. And to get that medal to wear around your neck. How about that?
It's really exciting.
I know.
It kind of flips around.
If you had two, you could have earrings, you know?
I know. I could.
What did you learn most from the program, Laura?
I think I walked out with a new sense of confidence. I mean, I had some confidence before, but I was never so sure of myself. And now I know that no matter what I can do, anything, no matter how hard it is or how nerve-wracking or scary, I know I can do it, and it's all because of this program.
How was the interview?
I was really nervous.
Were you?
I was very nervous. It had wrecked my nerves all week. I just kept thinking about it and all the questions they could ask. Political questions, that really made me really nervous, but they didn't ask me anything political. They just asked me about myself, and
what was on your application?
Yeah,
mainly.
Yes, and it was not nearly as scary as I thought it was going to be. So that was.
Well, they're all human.
Exactly.
They're all human, and they're probably some of them were as nervous as you were.
Oh, I hope
asking
so.
the questions, because I've been on the other side of that table, and that happens also. You're wondering, but did it flow really smooth?
It did. They kept me talking, and I kept talking, and I don't know how, but I did. So, and they seemed interested, and I think that helped me to know that they were listening to me. And I think they genuinely wanted to know. So that did help me, feel more confident in answering and giving my responses. So.
Well, you did a great job on stage. That's all I could see was what you did. I love your red dress.
Thank you. Yes.
It was wonderful, and your white dress for a talent was awesome. I don't know if they've planned on keeping that for state or not, but it looked great on stage.
Thank you.
And it's hard finding those knee-length dresses, is it?
It was very difficult. A lot of the girls actually had like extra length put on theirs, and I just ordered mine in my size, and it was perfect. So I really lucked out there.
Well, can you imagine on the average height girl, though, it would have been calf length, down to the calf?
Yeah.
And how tall are you, Laura?
5'10".
5'10".
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And if you'd have had a shorter foot, you could have been taller, right?
I would have liked to have been a little,
What size shoe you wear?
9
Okay,
9.5-ish.
I figured that was about right. See, if you'd have worn a 7, you could be like 5'11", and that kind of works like that sometimes. But you have a great year ahead of you.
I'm very excited.
Learn all you possibly can.
I will.
And this interview is just tremendous help for you as you progress through college and through to your career.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's what you're going to do all your life. And what are you planning to do? What profession do you want to get into?
For the longest time, I've wanted to be a trauma surgeon or work, somewhere, in the medical field. But as of late, I've been thinking about maybe broadcasting or something in that area, because I love to talk to people, and being in front of people, although it is scary, I don't mind. So
has this program changed your mind?
A little bit, a little bit. It played a part in that, yes, ma'am. But I don't know. It's kind of up in the air right now. There's a lot of possibilities. So I guess we'll just see.
Well,
how it goes.
I'm sure it's open out there for you. Whatever you choose to go in, you will do well. Tell us about your talent.
I played violin. I have been playing violin for 12 years, quite a while. I played a Polish dance by Edmund Severn. It was a piece I'd had for a while too. It was a pretty tricky song, but with lots of practice, it finally got there where it needed to be. So
it was very good.
Yeah, I love music, so I felt confident in what I was doing.
Can you play Rocky Top?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Hey, listen, put her in orange and let her play Rocky Top. That's where we're going.
I get asked that a lot. That and A Devil Went Down to Georgia, and I can't play that.
Oh, cannot play that?
No.
Well, we don't want to talk about Georgia because you are you're Cleveland, Tennessee, and then going to the state Tennessee. So we don't want to do Georgia.
No.
I always loved Georgia on My Mind. I always thought that was a great song. I could never put. Well, you're a little bit young for that. And probably your mother too, but anyway, we could never put our girls at the pageants when they were in the Miss America pageant to sing Georgia on My Mind because it was a Tennessee pageant, so we could never use that song, which I thought was a great song. But anyway, you kind of have to choose what goes with your state.
Exactly.
What are you looking forward to most this year?
All the great opportunities that come with this. Like for this example, this has been really cool. I've never been on TV like this before. The state competition, I'm very excited about that. Getting to do this all over again, which is kind of scary but exciting.
How much money did you win? This is what your parents were interested in.
Yes, I got $2,000 for winning first, and then for my interview, I got $250. So
you got $2,250 for scholarship money.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. That's a great opportunity.
I
Chris,
know.
what do you have? What questions do you have?
Well, well, I was going to ask her about talent, but you took that one.
Oh,
so I
sorry
want to ask her
about
about that. But now, did you know everybody going in? Did you know most of the girls that were in?
I actually did. There wasn't one girl I didn't know.
Okay.
Now there are several that I'd been in school with for a really long time that I hadn't really gotten the opportunity to hang out with necessarily. But you know, through this, I have, you know, I see them at school now and we hug each other, which is I've never really done that before with some of them. So
you've made some new friends,
yes.
or closer friends while you're there.
Exactly.
Well, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear you all went to was it Allie Beth's home?
Oh, yes.
One evening?
Yeah, we went to Allie Cody's house, and her mother cooked us dinner, and we went to a studio and ran over our numbers. I think it was 2 nights before. So
that's
that was so much
well,
fun.
that was out in the world. Everybody's talking about it. The girls getting together and having such a great time.
It was a blast. It was.
And you didn't have Lori and Glenda to make you do your fitness. You could just do it, right?
Yeah, we just did it over and over again. We did those terrible V-ups and the push-ups. We did it all a lot. It was fun. It was still fun though, getting to hang out with them. So.
And how long did you all rehearse? How many months? Weeks? It seemed like months. 9 weeks?
9, 10, 9, something.
Weeks like that?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't just go in on the weekend and practice this and then go out on stage?
Oh, no. Oh,
well, it was a phenomenal program,
yes,
and the guys were great.
They were so fun.
They were
yes,
good.
They were.
One of the mothers had pictures at the office this morning, and everybody was going by to look at them on the internet. And,
yeah, they were,
you know.
I think they had, I've talked to several of them at school today, and they had a blast. I think they may have had more fun than some of the girls.
I think so. I think they would like to do it again.
Not as much pressure on them.
Exactly.
Probably. And also, they videoed your program Saturday night. Channel 5 did, and you want to give them some time?
Yeah,
so
it'll
be seen.
It'll be seen let's see. I'm sorry. It'll be seen this evening from 7:30 until 10 is their first showing of it, and they'll have some. They said they also would like to try to show it this weekend and Friday. So, but for sure tonight at 7:30 they're going to start with the program. It'll be about 2.5 hours.
Yes.
So you'll get to see it, well, recorded, not live, but recorded here.
Yes, and from what I understand, it really has good, and they interviewed a lot of the people that were there at the program, and so they have a lot of good footage for everyone to see, and you might want to watch it because you might be on the program. You never know. If you attended that evening or Saturday evening, it's hard to tell who they will have on there interviewing. So we look forward to watching it again.
Me too.
Because it was a good program, and the theme was
Bond.
James Bond.
Bond. Yes, ma'am.
It was good.
It was.
I know. And when Ashley jumped out of the helicopter.
That was so cool.
Then you did the Harlem
Shake. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it was a great program. They really did a phenomenal job with it.
They did.
Listen, thank you for being here. We look forward to you having a wonderful, wonderful year. Is there anything you want to tell us that we didn't ask?
I think you guys covered everything. I think we're good.
Okay. Who helped you the most in this program?
Like family-wise, or like?
If you don't say your mother, you know what'll happen.
Mom, my mom really did. She supplied everything. She got me everything I needed, and she was really supportive of everything.
And your grandmother was a little bit happy too, wasn't
she?
She
was thrilled.
I saw her during intermission and talked to her for a minute. She was just smiling from.
I couldn't look at her because she would look at me and be like, "Yeah, you're doing great," and I was just like, "Stop." So yeah, my whole family was really great through this. So I'm really lucky.
Well, good, and it's great to have family support,
Absolutely.
And you'll need it. And I'm sure, and you've got a lot of support from now until July,
yes,
which the state program will be July the 14th through the 20th, and it will be the final nights will be on Friday and Saturday nights. And that will be the 19th and 20th of July at the Dixon Center, and you'll get to see Laura Kate participate again. So put that on your calendar, and it's a great program, and the Dixon Center doesn't seat as many as we had Saturday night at the First Baptist Church. I think there probably were 600 so people, and it was really well attended and well received. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Wish you the best this year,
Thank you.
I know you'll do great.
Thank you.
Okay, and we'll be right back.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, have built a firm offering quality legal services to the people and businesses of Southeast Tennessee. We have achieved expertise in all areas of law in order to represent our clients in a manner they need, deserve, and have come to expect. Logan Thompson, with 9 attorneys and an extensive and competent support staff, is available to provide representation in various legal areas, including family law, Social Security benefits, personal injury, criminal defense, workmen's compensation, as well as business and complex litigation matters. At Logan Thompson, we have been building a tradition of legal services for over 40 years. We have developed the finest legal services and are proficient in providing you with representation you can trust. Give us a call at 423-476-2251 to schedule your free consultation.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat-screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Welcome back again to Tennessee Valley This Morning, and most of our live audience is left, so I can't get anybody to clap. Maybe a little bit left. There we go. We got a few left in there, and just having a great time. And it's Cindy Hobbs is with us today, and Cindy, you've started back to school, is what we're here to talk about, and here at Cleveland State.
Yes.
And we're going to talk to you a little bit about that today, and some of the programs I think that you've started in and has helped you.
Yes.
In the program already,
so
yeah. This is great. So, go ahead, Kay. Did you have a question? You go ahead. You start.
I just want to say I admire her so much. Just before we came on the air, I was talking to her about going back to school after almost empty nest.
That's right.
And going to school. What a great thing. I had never really gone to school to work for a profession or anything. I went a little bit to college, but I quit and got married and got an MRS and then an MOM, and you know how those go, and then it just follows through.
I have both of those.
And I went into real estate later, much later.
Yes.
And but I admire you for going back to school. And what are you taking and where are you going?
Well, first of all, I have 5 children, and I spent 30 years at home raising 5 children. And got the last one into high school and made the decision to go to school. It was a dream, if you will, to do that. I'd always loved education, but I was very fearful because I just had this dreaded fear. I had not done well in high school and average student. But there were so many things that scared me, like math and sciences and things of that nature. I knew that I could articulate, you know, my feelings or you know, perhaps write a letter or write a paper, but I just could not even comprehend getting back into that math and science world. And I went ahead and just did it, and scared to death. And I found a place for myself at Cleveland State Community College and several programs here that were just absolutely amazing and enabled me to know a great deal of success in my journey back to school.
Well, I admire you, let me tell you. You were talking about the things that scare you. The thing that would scare me the most would be the instructor. You know, or a test. I mean, when it comes to test time, I just freeze. I do still have a lot of test anxiety, and I do struggle with that. My teachers learn early on that that is a problem that I deal with, and I had an instructor tell me the other day, okay, well, just stop. If you've got anxiety, just stop. I said, you know, no one's ever told me that before. And I love the communication and their understanding of an older learner and what I do face being in a class full of students that are all basically my kids' age, okay? So I do enjoy very much though, but the one thing that I have learned so much about is math. I've learned a lot about myself through math, and I believe that Cleveland State has an unprecedented program for teaching math at any level, any age, and I've found great success there, and at present carry a 4.0. So congratulations.
In Pre-Calc 1 this semester, and doing just terrific, and never thought that I could even ever be able to do any sort of algebraic equation or anything, and here I am. I've made it all the way through Pre-Calc 1 while I'm going into nursing.
Okay, I was just going to ask you where.
Yes, I'm going to, and so everyone says to me, Cindy, you're so far in Pre-Calc 1, you're so far beyond the requirements for nursing, and I said, if you ever experience what I'm experiencing, being able to master these disciplines, you won't quit either. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing to be a part of a program that enables you to be successful.
Are you planning then to go on and get your 4-year, or you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I am, because of the way I was so unsure and so I was not knowledgeable of what was really out there and available. I'm so glad that I came to Cleveland State, because Cleveland State has given me so many opportunities. And one of my favorite opportunities is to promote math, and to promote it at all ages. I feel like at my age especially, adults that are thinking about this need to just dive in and do it. It reinvigorates that mind and gives you the opportunity to see just how far you can go with stretching your ability to remember and retain. It's just an exciting thing. It's so exciting. I won't quit. I will go through the nursing program, and then I will do my finish up my bachelor's. I will be so close to a bachelor's in nursing at that point. I'll probably finish there, but then I have just this very strong desire to teach. So I may pick up a teaching degree after that, because I do passionately love being able to share and encourage others, especially young people and people my age too. But I love encouraging people to be educated and to know what a freedom there is in that. So,
well, I spoke with a medical student the other day, and we were talking about what do you want to do your residency in, and what do you want to specialize in, etc. And one of them made a statement, I don't know that I will even go into residency. I may just get my MD degree and teach, because I love that aspect of it. And I love doing research, and I will never have to practice. I can just go and do that with a salary and not have to have an office and all the liability insurance and all, because they enjoy that part of it. So there's so many aspects which you can go into with the nursing degree, and then just continue on. I haven't seen anyone as excited about going to school as you for a while.
It is a privilege, and I've used every opportunity that I get. I try to speak about this privilege. I think sometimes we've lost our vision with the young and the old as well as to what a privilege education is. And I did a paper not too long ago on the disciplines of algebra and just the opportunity to learn to think more logically and to know that kind of success in using your brain and working it hard and then feeling that satisfied feeling of knowing that that brain still works, you know? And so in this paper I wrote, had the opportunity to interview some local teachers, had the opportunity to hear their stories about talking with them about education, and you know, we are still the top. People still come to America to get their education. You can look all around the world, but nobody does it quite like we do. You can bring a disabled child and we will educate him. You can bring a child that knows no English and we will educate them. We still have such an amazing opportunity here in America, and schools like Cleveland State are doing an amazing job at reaching a rather large demographic, if you will, of people that want to be educated. And so I'm just very grateful for our school. I'm grateful for the opportunity I've been given, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak about the math lab here at Cleveland State, which is technology that is so far out there right now and providing so much success to a number of students. And percentages are showing it. We are doing a fantastic job. Very excited about it.
Well, you were just talking about what a privilege, and we take it for granted.
We do.
We take it for granted, and the kids today, some of them just throw it off like education's not much at all. But I wish I had gone on and completed my education. I'm far too old to do that now.
Come go with me.
No. I'm not going. I'm not going there. That's too much stress for me.
Well.
But you can just tell by the way you exuberate the love you have for what you're doing. Let me ask you this question, and I'm sure that some of you there are asking: were there grants or scholarships or anything available for you going back to school?
Absolutely. And Cleveland State has an incredible financial aid office. I have one particular worker in financial aid. May I say the name?
If you'd like.
Melanie Fulbright is just amazing, and she will just give you all kinds of information about how to be successful financially in school and how to make it worth your while to do this. There is so much help available, especially right now. There should be no roadblock for someone my age to go back to school. I found it to be a very easy path as far as being able to get in school and to stay in school. So, absolutely.
there is assistance for
so
one
much
that wants to go.
Yes, indeed.
That is awesome. That's awesome.
And
how do your children feel about this?
Well, at first there was, I'm not sure that it was a good thing at first for them. They felt a little bit shell-shocked. I had taken care of every detail of their life. I was mom, and I was a doting mom. And then all of a sudden, they were having to help take care of me a little bit, make sure my clothes were washed, and make sure that, you know, sometimes I would have them stop and pick up food on the way home or whatever. And it was a transition, and now everybody's starting to get excited about it because, you know, we're a team. We're more like roommates now than we are family.
You feel like you're living in a dorm?
Sometimes, if you can see the kitchen and the laundry room, yes. Sometimes it feels a little bit like a dorm, but that's okay.
And your husband has adjusted. Of course, he works out of town, I know, a lot, so that kind of gives you some freedom on dinners and all of that.
Oh, it does.
And some of your children are away.
Yes, I have a daughter that is a missionary in Peru, and she lives in Arequipa, Peru.
Okay.
And so we miss her, but the new technology with FaceTime and Skype is just terrific. So
well, when she comes home, let us know and we'll have her on and,
I would
interview
love
her. That would be great.
I would love that. They have a great story and beautiful children as well. So, but I'm grateful for this opportunity today. This is my heart, my passion. I am currently employed part-time at Life Care, and one of those visions that I have is being able to perhaps be a part one day of helping the elderly stay educated and stay sharp, you know, not only physically but mentally.
My sister works at Garden Plaza.
Oh, okay.
And as receptionist there. And there's so many of those people, those residents, that are so sharp.
They
and
are.
they keep up with the sports, and they keep up with the political party that's going on, and it's amazing.
It is.
It is,
It
and
really
so
is.
I'm sure that a lot of them would enjoy more education.
There are so many avenues right now, and I'm just cannot wait to get my degree so that I can participate a little bit more in offering, making ways to offer that to our elderly. They're great people.
What a great career you have in front of you. What a great vision.
Thank you.
And for those of you that would like to go back to school, we will have Cindy's. You have an email? Can we put an email on there? On the website?
And
absolutely. If you want to email her and ask her any questions, or
I would love that.
A little bit, she would probably love it. And you feel free to contact her that way. But it will be on Chris's website, and we will do that. Thank you for taking the time out, Cindy, to be with us. And it's been most interesting for me and encouraging that maybe I shouldn't slow down. I should just keep moving on at the speed I am.
And if you want to get a little sharper in those numbers for real estate, I know a little place on the other side of the campus that might be able to help you. It's called the Math Lab.
Okay, all right. Thanks,
Cindy. Love it over there.
Thank you. And we will be right back.
Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, have built a firm offering quality legal services to the people and businesses of Southeast Tennessee. We have achieved expertise in all areas of law in order to represent our clients in a manner they need, deserve, and have come to expect. Logan Thompson, with 9 attorneys and an extensive and competent support staff, is available to provide representation in various legal areas, including family law, Social Security benefits, personal injury, criminal defense, workmen's compensation, as well as business and complex litigation matters. At Logan Thompson, we have been building a tradition of legal services for over 40 years. We have developed the finest legal services and are proficient in providing you with representation you can trust. Give us a call at 423-476-2251 to schedule your free consultation.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here. Doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Welcome back to Tennessee Valley this morning, and with us I have Rick Johnson, and he's the owner of Equititle. And for those of you that are buying homes or getting ready to buy a home, or you haven't bought one in a long time, I thought Rick would have some good information for you today about the title company and what a title company does. They're not an attorney's office, they are a title company, and we do most of our closings with the title company. And we're just going to talk a little bit about those things today and maybe answer some questions that you may have. I know when I started in real estate, I thought, what in the world do we need a title company for? And that was one of the things. And then they said a HUD statement, and they said title insurance, and I'm thinking, okay, what's that? So today we're going to answer those questions for you. Rick, thank you for being here.
Well, thanks for having me.
And we have a list of questions.
Good.
How long have you been in business, Rick?
Equititle has been in business this is our 14th year. Opened up in Cleveland. We're originally downtown on north of Coe Street by the courthouse. And then 2005, moved to Mouse Creek. They're kind of diagonal from Jenkins there.
I used to go there and get my hair fixed.
Yeah, it started off, I think, Bruce Renner built it.
Yes.
Popular builder in town. And then Home Health Care of East Tennessee was there.
And the
Renaissance probably
was
where
there.
you had your hair done. And then Remax.
Yes, was there for a while. We won't talk about Remax.
We won't. And then they moved out, and we moved in,
and you've been there ever since
I've
been in.
Since 2005.
So you went there about the time that I started in real estate with Keller Williams, right? Somewhere, well, a little bit later. Keller Williams started about 5 years ago.
Yes.
So we're about 2007, something like that. So I know that. First of all, what is a title company?
A title company is an insurance agency that produces a very specific type of insurance. It is title insurance, which insures the insured from any loss that might be from missing deeds or anything like that, any errors at the courthouse or any liens. And so lenders purchase a lender's policy, and owners or buyers will purchase an owner's policy. A lender's policy guarantees the lender that their lien priority is correct. If they want to be a first mortgage, they're a first mortgage. If they want to be a second mortgage, then they're insured and guaranteed to be a second mortgage.
Okay, is that the same as a PMI?
No.
No, that's a whole different story. That goes on the mortgage side.
Correct. This title insurance is a one-time fee. It's not like homeowners insurance or car insurance in that you pay it every year. This is just the one-time transaction fee at that time. Now, if you refinance your house, there'll be, another charge on that, but you do get a discount.
Now, that's the insurance that covers you in case I buy a house and someone that owned that house 4 years ago has someone to come back and say, you do not have a clear title to that, then that insurance pays for my attorney fees and all to take care of me. Is that correct?
Correct.
So it protects you, the buyer, with your title.
Yeah, and that would be the owner's policy.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is optional in the state of Tennessee.
Yes, but I recommend that everybody buy it, and I recommend that to all my buyers, that you buy that because you never know, you may never use it, but if it ever comes down to something like that, and that's occurred, doesn't it? Where the third party down the road that had bought the house has an issue about it, and maybe something was overlooked or whatever, then they can come back and pay your attorney fees and all to have that cleared and taken care of.
Yeah, there are a lot of instances that public records at the courthouse and the registrar's office that are you don't find, where somebody in the family, has an unprobated will, and one of the heirs is mad at the other heir, and they go ahead and sell the property.
That never happens.
Never. But just in case it does, it's good to get title insurance.
Yeah, I recommend that every buyer gets a title insurance. That's just a thing that we say do. It's to cover you. And we're all about protecting the buyers and the sellers. And the seller usually doesn't know anything like this has gone on. But if it does come up, you're covered. And title insurance, we just talked about that. How do you determine if the title is clear?
Okay.
What's the process that goes through? Yes.
Once we receive an order for title insurance, we review the order to make sure we have enough information to do what's called a title search. And we employ a separate company out of Chattanooga that does pretty much all of our title searches for us. They will review the courthouse records for 40 to 50 years and provide us copies of everything, and then give us a report. We take the report and re-review it, what's kind of an underwriting stage to see the insurability. If there's any questions, our underwriter, which we write through Old Republic National Title, we call their Nashville office and discuss it with their attorneys, and to determine if they're willing to insure any questionable things or to clear up anything that's questionable to make it insurable. And then once that happens, we issue what's called a commitment that states that if you meet the requirements, which is normally just pay the taxes and pay off the mortgage, then we will issue a title policy for that.
Okay. Hope you're getting all this, because I'm listening also.
A lot of good information.
Yes, it is. And then how do you determine what portion of the taxes the buyer will pay? And we're talking about property taxes. When the house goes to the closing table and we start getting all of our fees and everything together, and the taxes are there, and the buyer's going to pay part of them, and then the seller may have to pay part of them, or the seller could get money back. You explain that to us.
Well, this is where you get your previous guest in.
Is that where with the numbers?
Yeah, we get the Pythagorean theorem out, and no, it's relatively simple.
Yes.
You take the total amount of the taxes due, if it's city and county or just county. You divide it by 365, and that tells you how much to collect each day. And then you figure out how many days in the year the current owner has owned it to the day of closing. And you multiply that number, say it's 37, and that will give you the amount of the portion that is to be deducted from the seller, and the remaining amount will be deducted from the buyer, because that's the balance of the year being
right. And the buyer pays for it will be paid the full year, right up front. So then all the taxes are taken care of until you get the statement for the next year.
Yeah, all taxes are current at the time of your purchase.
Yeah, we always have that question asked. Yeah. That's one of the frequent ones asked when we go to closing is, okay, now how do I know how much taxes I owe, and how much does the seller owe, and how much do I owe, and all of this. And that's the way they do that. We used to have to do it. When I first started in real estate in Florida, we would have to calculate all that ourselves and then turn it in, and of course they would correct it. We don't do any of that anymore, thank goodness. We leave that up to the title company or whoever is closing the property and taking care of that. And it's not difficult. It's just that you have to remember what to do. Yeah. And same way with insurance. If the seller has paid for a year of insurance and they're selling it within 6 months of when the year's up, you will get that 6 months back on your insurance. They take care of that. Your insurance company does. And if you're the seller and there's escrow in your account, the mortgage company that you had it financed through will send you a check for that escrow money that's left over in the account. That's always a plus for the seller to know that they're going to get a little bit of money back, from that. So anyway, those are just things that happen.
That's also an excellent reason to get an owner's policy.
Yes.
For error in tax records or missed taxes, because you can lose your house in a tax sale if, say, my abstractor or the trustee missed reporting the taxes as not being paid. And so that's another excellent reason to purchase an owner's policy.
Okay. And then we always have this ask, when we get ready to start the closing, we say, as soon as we get the HUD statement, and many times the buyers or the sellers will say, well, what is a HUD statement? Tell us what a HUD statement is.
Yeah, it's a wonderful document. It breaks down all of the money.
Yes.
All the fees, all the tax prorations. It is an itemization of every dollar being spent in the transaction. It starts off with the contract sales price. There's a left side and a right side. The left side's the buyers, right side's the seller, so you'll deduct from each appropriately, and then it should balance at the very end.
That's right.
And if it doesn't, then you know there's
That's
an
what
issue.
we do is when we receive
Exactly.
that, the real estate agent receives the HUD statement from the title company, then we go down and make sure that they have all the numbers correctly and in the right side, the left or the right. And most of all, we see that our commission is on there.
Yes.
That's the first line I look at. You know, that's on the
Absolutely.
second page, isn't it?
Yep.
At the top, we always look at that one. But no, that is a very important piece of paper. But a lot of people have no clue what a HUD statement really is, and you talk about it to them, and especially first-time home buyers, they just do not understand a lot of the terminology and a lot of the things that go on when we go to a closing. And I was trying to see here, put my glasses on and see what else I have here. What else do you want to talk about? You mentioned some other things too before we came back on the air about
when you show up to a closing, what to bring.
Yes, when you go to a closing, he's going to tell you that the documents that you will need to have with you.
Yeah, you'll be requested at the closing table anymore to be required to have 2 forms of ID. Usually a driver's license with a photo, and it has to be current. You also have, say, a social security card, an insurance card, anything else with your name, address on it, to be used as identification verification, and that's required by the lenders and also by the new Homeland Security, fighting terrorism kind of stuff. But and then also,
and they must be their driver's license, right?
Yeah, not the neighbors.
Not your neighbor's
yeah,
driver's
don't bring
license.
your neighbors.
That's your driver's license.
Yeah, and make sure that you're bringing your spouse's driver's license too, not somebody else's. But also, pay attention to what you're requested by your loan officer or your realtor that may need to be brought to closing.
Yes.
We have some lenders that may require, that you can close it, but at closing you must obtain a current pay stub, or you need to have proof of these paid receipts for a fence being repaired.
Yes.
Just make sure you have all of that when you come to closing. It makes it a whole lot smoother and easy on everybody.
Well, getting from the time we write a sales agreement, purchase and sale agreement, till the time we get to the closing table, that takes us about 45 days. Sometimes you can, if it's cash, you can do it sooner. But usually 30 days is about minimum, and anymore it's 45, sometimes in 60 days. Not because of the title company, but because of the mortgage companies. It just takes longer. But when you go, there's so many things that you will have to be responsible for. And the other thing we need to talk about, and we always have this ask, will you take a personal check? The answer is what?
Generally not.
Not.
The state law requires us, we cannot accept a personal check for more than $1,000. It does need to be certified funds in the form of cashier's check or money wire.
Yes.
So,
and you do a lot of wiring.
Wiring is excellent.
Yes, that means that it all gets transferred from bank to bank, and everybody gets their money, and it's good. The other thing is, on closing, if your spouse or one of you are going to be out of town, you can get a power of attorney for the other one to sign, so they do not have to be at closing. And then we go to the other side, where if neither one of you are going to be there, we can do mail-aways.
Correct.
And that's what the title company does, is they do the mail-away, get it all out there, and get everything going for us. And I hope you've learned something today from talking about the title and the closing of a sale. It's just always like something brand new to so many people, and they're just scared to death. They don't know what to do or what to wear or how to act. Just be able to write.
Yeah, it's the largest transaction of your life, and it's a very important asset, so it needs to be handled properly.
Okay. And we're going to break away for just a minute, and then we'll be right back.